Hello and welcome to SegMate. This is the first in a series of videos designed to help you get started with SegMate as quickly as possible to begin collecting subscribers and being able to push your messages through Facebook Messenger. Now, the first thing we're going to do when we log in is you're going to come over to the settings page, okay? And the settings page is accessed right up here through this settings button. Now, I'm using an existing account, so you'll see I have some fan pages already down here. Your account probably will not have those. So the first thing we want to do is make sure that we sign into Facebook. So what you'll do is just make sure you're signed into your Facebook account and then click the Facebook login button. Now, when you first click that button, you'll most likely be prompted for some permissions. Facebook is going to ask you to grant some permissions to SegMate so that you can use the features within SegMate. So once that's done, it's going to go ahead and reload this page for you, and you're going to go ahead and just click this Facebook page sync button. What that's going to do is populate this list with all of your fan pages. Now, the fan pages that will show up here are any fan pages that you have created in your account or that you are an admin role in. Okay, so it doesn't have to be the Facebook page you've created, but as long as you are in the admin role, that page will show up here. Okay, so at that point, what you're going to want to do is maybe connect a few of your pages. And how we do that is simply by clicking the Actions button, and you will see here, let's go to one that's not connected. You will see here, you'll have the Connect page. Just simply click it, and you'll see that that page is now connected. If you want to disconnect it, just simply click the Disconnect page button. Okay, so at this point, we now have a few pages connected. Now, what I want to show you is just a few areas here that we want to set up as well once we have that completed. Okay, so once you have connected your pages, you're going to notice up here is a drop-down menu. This is going to display all the pages that you have connected. So once you connect that very first page, you're going to want to come up here and select one of those fan pages. Okay, that's very important to do. You will still see that little red message up here if you have not yet selected a fan page from this drop-down. Now, once you've selected that page, that red message will go away, and you'll be able to now set up features and bots for whatever page you have selected. Okay. Now, the next thing we want to do is we just want to make sure we go over here to the profile section, and you're going to go ahead and set your time zone. Okay, so this time zone is important because it dictates what time zone messages that are sent from our cast engage feature, as well as any of our sequences features. Okay, so those messages will be sent that you have set up in those features based on your time zone that you have selected here. Now, you can also reset your password from inside of here, and of course change your profile name, first name and last name. Now, what we also have is a tutorial section, and I strongly urge you to watch these tutorials. There are a lot of tutorials in here that go through every feature in detail. This video here is meant to be on a much higher level and just a quick way to get you started. But as you'll see, there's many tutorials in here that are going to show you and help you and show you how to use each feature. Now, what we also have here is the this View Recent Updates. And this page here is a running list of all the new features that we have added and the dates we've added them, as well as what is coming up, what is in development, what future features are going to be added to SegMate, and the approximate dates on which they'll be released. So this will be updated as we have new information. Now, what we also have is our Help Center. This is a center of different articles from different questions that we've gotten from our current customers, so that we can help you out a little bit and get those questions answered. So you can go ahead and feel free to search around in here to get any questions that you may have answered. Now, you can always reach us at support@segmateapp.com if you have any other questions or any issues with the platform. Okay, once you have all your pages connected, the first thing we're going to want to do is probably create a bot. So let's take a look at the bot creator, which we call Chat Engage. Now, what you're going to see here is a list of the current bots that you've created, as well as their open rates and click-through rates that display how your users are interacting with your bots. Okay, so we have a full set of tutorials around how to use the chat engage builder. So let's go ahead and just take a quick peek at this. And the first thing you're going to notice is you're going to notice what's called a message type. There are two types of messages that can be sent with Facebook Messenger. Please see the video that's right underneath this one, where I talk much more in depth about what each of these means and how you should use them. Okay, so that's very important to go ahead and take a look at that. Do that first before you build your first bot. Now, we also have the tutorial, an in-depth tutorial on exactly all the settings and everything that you can do inside of the builder. But we have, quickly, just a couple of different, now there are 6 different types of elements you can use within your bots. A text element, which you'll see here. Now, you can also have some personalization in this, all right? So you can greet the person by their first name or last name at this point, all right? So you can use a little bit of personalization within a few of these different types of text elements. Now, we also have the image element, where you can simply upload an image, okay, if you want to display an image. We have a card element, which is an image, a title, a subtitle, and the ability to actually put in a URL. So if this were clicked or tapped in a mobile, it would take them to that particular URL. Now, you can also add some personalization to your titles and subtitles for cards as well. The next thing we have are galleries. Some people call them carousels. These are very similar to cards, except you can add different slides. You can add up to, I believe it's 11 different cards within this slider. Now, a user, depending on which device they're interacting with, they can either navigate through the buttons that they'll see on that desktop, or simply swipe if they are on mobile. Okay. Now, again, there's much more in-depth tutorials on each of these elements inside of our tutorial section. So please take a look at those to get an in-depth view. Now, the next thing we have is a list. And this is similar to a carousel, but instead it is a more vertical style list. All right, and you're going to see there's going to be a little bit of a preview over here as well as you begin to type things into your bot. Okay, so you can kind of take a look and see how that conversation is going to flow. And for our last one is we have our video, and you can upload a video up to 100 megabytes into the builder here as well. Okay. So let's just do a quick review here of what we've learned. We've learned how to connect our Facebook account, how to sync our pages, how to connect a page, how to create a bot within a particular fan page. We always need to make sure we have the correct fan page selected for anything that we're doing inside of SegMate. I've shown you that there are many tutorials that you should definitely please take a look at. We've learned a little bit about the builder and what is offered inside of that builder, and we've also discussed a little bit about message types. Now, your next step here at this point is to definitely view that video right underneath this video about messaging types, and then hop on over to our tutorial section and watch our bot builder tutorial so that you're familiar with all the different features and the kind of the power behind the bot builder. All right, so those are the things you're going to want to do right now. There's our messaging policy, some settings, the dashboard tutorial, and there's our chat engage tutorial. Here's the chat engage about personalization. This one here is all about the gallery element. Okay, so you go ahead and take a look at these 3 videos, and that'll give you a very good overview of how to build your bots.